Hey guys, welcome back to Project E. Man, I am in upstate New York, a big, deep, mountainous lake, one I've never been to before, and it's beautiful. We're gonna see if we can break it down today, see if we can catch some fish right here in the state of New York.
From the top of the mountain.
What is it? It is a smallmouth. Sweet. Oh, hold still, buddy. We got you in a pickle. Don't ever know what you're gonna get when you're up north. Smallmouth and lily pads. Man, we got him hooked. All right. Just a little pretty one. Thanks, bud. So when I come to a new lake like this, I try to shrink it. This lake's really big. I don't know how many thousands acres, but it's, I'm guessing, don't laugh at me, 10 or 12,000 acres. Lots of, oh gosh, about fell in. Lots of just backwaters and arms, and I just picked an arm that's smaller. I just want to shrink it down to where, I've got a channel, I've got points, I've got small pockets to where everything's really close together. I can break it down really quick that way instead of getting out in the main body of water and trying to break that down. Everything's kind of shrunk when I break it down. Like try to pick a creek arm or a neck that's smaller that has everything in the lake. Unfortunately here, this is what it's all got. I don't know if bass live in this section. We're gonna find that out, but that's the goal. That's why I started up this creek arm, just because I was able to shrink it. Man, these two stumps out off this point would have to have one, wouldn't it? Maybe, maybe. I just don't think of standing timber in New York. This lake's obviously old, but this would have all been standing timber when it was built. That's different to me. I would not ever dreamed of having a lake with standing timber in New York. I guess I think of them being natural lakes and not having timber in them. That's kind of weird. It's got standing timber in it though. One thing I do when I come to a new body of water, I wanted to just think about all the different scenarios that a fish could relate to. And what I mean about scenarios is, on this lake we've got dollar pads, we've got isolated rocks, we've got laydowns, I've seen some docks, obviously offshore cover. I just go through my mind of all the different visual things that I could see a fish relating to. And I just want to have that in my mind so I can think about it, like, the bites, where are they going to come from, so I can just, and then if I'm not getting bit, then I can say, oh, well, I haven't tried laydowns, or I haven't tried this. So when you go to a new body of water, identify all the fish holding properties that lake has and make a mental note of it to try to start trying each one throughout your day. That looks like a bass condominium right there. When I'm on a new body of water and I see something like this is like the first big giant tree that I've seen, I'm gonna fish it. And what I guess I'm trying to say by that is when you see something different, something oddball, fish it. That may just be an isolated dock. There's just one dock down a whole long stretch of bank. It may be, just something different. This is different. This was a big tree that got washed in here. It's a a high percentage spot. I may or may not catch one here, but again, I'm trying to break this thing down, trying to see if I can get some bites. If you see something different on whatever body of water you may be fishing, fish it. That'll help eliminate things or get things going quicker. I can tell you, Andy Montgomery has not been to this lake because there's cobwebs on both sides of that. If Andy would have been here, he'd have skipped his jig and there would not be cobwebs underneath that pontoon boat. I like breaking cobwebs. That means nobody else is thrown there. Oh. You know, one mistake that I've made a lot in my career is when you're on a new body of water, not covering enough water. That is so critical. You know, there may be a bay up here that's full of grass, or they're just, you've got to go really quick. You know, give yourself 5–10 minutes at each location and then move a mile or two to cover water. It's really critical in trying to figure a lake out for your first time. We've got a big body of water here that necks down into this little creek or drain to go out to the main body. It's just a really neat corner right there. Hey, there's a bite. Golly. Sorry, buddy. He was kind of small. A largemouth. Huh. Oh, he feels pretty cold too. I expected that to be a big one. It was like 6 inches deep up there, right through. It's called a flying bass. Okay, I fished, what, 5 or 6, 7 docks there. Caught that one little bitty one. I'm just gonna keep moving. Keep moving. I feel like if there was gonna be fish on all these docks, I would have got bit by now. You know, that was enough. If you look right there, you know, I had 5 or 6 docks, 7 docks that I fished. Didn't have a bite, other than that one very first one. So this is the first grass flat I've seen. Obviously, we got to stop here. I mean, it just, we always say it in Project E, grass and bass, they rhyme for a reason. Actually, it looks like lily pads, but it's a grass. We'll make it work. So, you know, to get you up to speed here on, you know, we had something we hadn't mentioned. The water temperature is 68 degrees. It's the very end of June. You know, I don't know. I kind of feel like we're way up here. There still should be some fish spawning, or just got. But the thing about up north that I always feel like happens too is I feel like it happens really quick. I feel like it's a 2–3 week window. Where down south, our fish down there, they'll spawn for 2–3 months, you know, especially the further south you go. Maybe 5 months, you know, like at Okeechobee. I feel like they should be shallow. I mean, the water color, water temperature, even if they spawned a month ago, they still should be up here. There's one. Another little bitty one. Huh. Got to be some bigger fish in this lake than these things. Wow, they're cold. Tell a lot about a fish. I just want to feel their body temperature. Cold, cold, cold. I don't know about that one. A little bit of lily pads, a little bit of a lay down. We fished a whole bunch of that. It didn't tell me much, and you really can't develop a pattern on little fish. You know, yeah, it's a bite, but it's not something that just holds a lot of water. One spot I always check on a new body of water is as far up the creek or the tributary that feeds it that you can go, you know, especially in the summertime. You got fresh water coming in. Yeah, so we're on the hunt. We've had 4 bites, caught 3 of them, 1 smallmouth, 2 largemouth, and none of them very big. So really can't make a pattern off of those just because, you know, you got to have a quality bite to make a pattern. So we're still eliminating water and looking for the right water. Hey, I got a bite. Little bitty one, but a better one than the last little one. He's peeing. Maybe they're spawning. He was on the bank. Thanks, bud. I'm catching fish in New York. They may not be big, but I am in New York. That adds a lot to it. We gotta try some wacky rig up. That fish was right up on the bank. There's a fish. Oh, it's a big old toothy critter, I think. I think it's a big one. Yep. That's one of the things about coming up north, that you will catch these things right here. Is it a pike or a muskie? I don't ever know the difference. I just assume it's a pike because you don't catch very many muskie. And he had the best spot. That current's hitting that rock right there. Man, it's pretty up here. It is so pretty. Just looking up through there, I just think it's awesome. Come here, fish. Come here, come here, come here. Oh, you got me wet. I already showered this morning. All right, I got him now. I got him now. There we go. All right. Cool. What a fish. Look at the holes in his head up there. Isn't that neat? I'm guessing those are centuries of some sort, but look at the teeth in these things. You don't want to stick your hand down in there. They are eating machines. Thanks, bud. Slimy too. And I'm soaking wet. I feel like they always own the best spot. Like when I made that cast right there, the current, it's a little outside bend, deep water, undercut bank. You'd like to catch about a 5-pound smallmouth there, but instead it was a big old northern. Oh, I got a big one. Yes, so there is bass in this lake, finally. Finally. Man, I was getting to wonder. I mean, I got so much water coming in this thing. This is a big one, like a big one. Come here, fish. Come here, fish. Come here, come here. Come here, come here, come here. I hadn't retied since that big pike. So you just don't ever know. There's some smallmouth in here. It's a smallmouth. Yes. Come here, buddy. Come here, come here, come here. Yes, 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 yes. All right. Looky there. Looky there. What an awesome fish. Looks like he's eating crawdads. It has to be crawdads coming out. Oh yeah, baby crawdad. Huh. So we got smallmouth in here, nice ones too. All right, buddy. Thank you, thank you. What fun, fun, fun. Awesome, awesome. All right. Now we've got 2 largemouth and 2 smallmouth. All right. On the old general wacky rig. Gotta get another one out now. Good deal, good deal. That told me a lot though. You know, he's eating crawdads and he's a little bitty crawdad. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I am going to get a Ned rig out. You guys gotta check out this new little morsel. It's called the Little Trooper. It is awesome. Just a little Ned rig and the Max Scent bait. They're not going to be able to resist it. That little dude right there, that should catch me some. Just made that change, you know, I saw that little bitty crawdad coming out of that fish's bottom. So I feel like I need my big 5-inch general is a little big. I know it caught that one, but I always make adjustments, try to get more bites. There's one. Oh yeah, there's another one. A little one. Them smallmouth fight hard. I don't care how big they are. Thanks, buddy. Hey, let go of it. It won't open up. He's got a fat little belly too. I might have found some fish. It's not very deep in here, it's just a couple feet, but you know, this is a deal that I think works anywhere across the country. You know, when you get into the summertime and you can find fresh water coming in, you can see all the bubbles on the water, you know, that's oxygen. You know, that creek or river, whatever it is coming in, you know, it's creating oxygen, and it's just, you know, just flowing water, you know, maybe a little bit cooler water, but it's just a pattern that works all across the country. If you're wanting to get a bite and get a bite in a hurry, find some water coming into your reservoir. All right, guys, so we've now caught 3 largemouth, 2 smallmouth. You know, 3 of those fish have all come back here at this headwaters, but you know, one really nice smallmouth. I did lose another one that was really nice up in there, but you know, there's not gonna be a lot of ways to duplicate that. You know, we're gonna have to move on now and just figure out the rest of this lake. We hadn't seen very much of it, so I've kind of spent a lot of time in here, but now we need to get to going and see what else we can figure out in this great lake. I know I said it earlier, but I cannot pass up a tree that looks that good. You know, when I fish something like this that just, I feel like is the biggest guarantee to catch a bass, especially a largemouth, guys, it doesn't get any better than what I've got right here. And for me not to catch one, just, I have to think there's not a lot of largemouth in this lake. I don't know that, but good. Oh, one chased it out. I'm saying that, it was little though. Oh, gosh, dog it. Little bitty. But at least I had a bite. I was just about to say, I just don't think there's very many here. Heck, I guess that could have been a smallmouth too, I don't know. Cool rock, isn't it? That sucker is, that's a big one. Oh my goodness. I had my first big bite. Dirt shallow, under a dock. I think it was a bass. A couple things that bite tells me. Shallow, like it's super shallow, under a dock. He's nipped at it twice. He should have had it the first time. I think they're garden fry or they're spawning. Means I better get a frog out. Frog and a buzzbait. And it's always that first big bite that kind of clues you in, you know. I feel like now I've got a clue. We'll see, but I feel like I got a clue. Got him. Oh yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, it's amazing how quick you can figure things out. Get one big bite flipping, you know, up high in the water column. I get a frog out and I have a bite immediately. Yes. All right, all right. You know, when I had that bite flipping, I hopped that bait and it was up high. And that happens so much in the spring. You know, these fish want something up high in the water column. A lot of times it has to do with those fry they're guarding. You know, they're up high towards the surface. Not 100% sure that's what's happening, but I think we're getting close to figuring these fish out. There's another one. God, that's a nice one. Yes, that's a nice one. Look at this one. Come here, buddy. Come here. Oh, he's barely hooked. Get in the boat. Yes, that's a chunker. I mean, that's like 3 casts later, guys. 3 casts. Yes, look how beautiful that fish is. Look how wide his tail is. Look at that. Isn't that a cool fish? He's just so short and long. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, just how quick it happens. It's just crazy. Like, and here's the deal. Here's what I did wrong this morning. Flipping the few docks I flipped, the few, you know, and I say this morning, it's just a couple hours ago, not even 2 hours ago. We're still on the same GoPro battery. So I didn't throw right at the bank. These fish are on the bank, super, super shallow. You know, I had that one first largemouth bite that was really shallow. It was little. I rode it off because it was so little, but he was right. That fish should have clued me in a little better. And then I got off on the smallmouth tangent. But we got it going now. God, what a cool bite. Yes. Oh, it doesn't get much better than that. And catching them on top water, it just doesn't. Thanks, buddy. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I was beginning to think this lake didn't have any fish in it. Isn't that crazy? As a fisherman, we make excuses way before we need to. And if you do not have your bait in the portion of the water column that they are feeding on or triggering, you're not going to get bit. Seems like I've got to have a little bit of depth. Steeper banks, I'm not getting bit on the bank where I've got all this grass, meaning a flatter bank. Oh, I just wonder how many fish are on all those other laydowns that I let my bait go straight to the bottom. I think we figured the lake out. Not bad for 2 hours work. It doesn't always go this way, guys. Let me just tell you, it does not always go this way. Sometimes it takes me all day. Sometimes I don't. The Harris chain this year. Oh, I had it figured out. I just didn't catch them. So I need to stick to laydowns. Oh, or rocks. Say that. Bam, I get a bite. Lily pads and a rock. If I can get him to come back. Oh yeah. Never hurts to have the old wacky general ready, just in case you have one miss the frog. In my case, I missed him because I wasn't paying attention. I was sitting here wondering. I'd gone 15 minutes without a bite because I had so many bites back to back to back. And all the bites had really come off laydowns or close to it. And then I have a bite on that rock right there, just an isolated rock on that frog. And I missed him, so I threw the old wacky general in there after him. I had a little one on for up in that creek where those smallmouth were, but we caught him. That was a big one. Oh, it's a big one. It's a big one. I knew it was a big one when it blew up on my frog. Oh, stay on there, fish. Oh, it's a nice one. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, I love it. I just love it. I love it. I love it. Going to a brand new lake, figuring it out. Heck, I think I figured it out. I'm catching fish. I mean, that's all you can ask for. I hadn't been here very long. It took me a while to catch them, but that's a big one. That's a big one, guys. For you guys down south, when you come up north and you catch one like this, he's probably 15 to 20 years old. All right, buddy, come here. Come here, come here. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Come back here, come on. Come on, come on, come on. I just got such a light line on here. Oh, and he's got it engulfed. Oh, yes, looky there. That's a nice one. That is a nice one. I don't care who you are. There we go. Awesome fish, isn't it? Golly, what a fish. Look, I just can't get over how wide their tail is. To me, that's just an old fish when their tails are that wide. Man, what a nice one. Awesome. What a fish. All right. Man, thank you, buddy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You made my day. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes. The old General struck. The frog showed it where it was at, and the General finished, cleaned the house. Sweet. Missed him. Dang it, I had a lot of slack out in my line. I was going so fast to get up to this lay down. Had a huge bow in my line. See if the old General comes through. Yeah, that was nice. Nice and quiet. Oh yeah. Every time, every time, every time. It's the old 1-2 punch. It's like the 3 punch. Find a lay down, throw your frog on the bank. If he misses it, throw the General out there. It works every time. Thanks, buddy. Sweet. Now I got to get another one out. I haven't retied that, and that's a 6-pound test. And I caught a big old monster pike on it too. I have not retied it all day. Isn't that crazy? Gosh dang it, I wasn't even watching. I took my eye off of it to look up there on that point, and I'm sitting there trying to work my frog, and I'm like, where is it? And there's a big old boil up there. Oh, oh, oh. Yep, I just got a 2-minute fish landing violation. So I'm gonna break the rules in my 2-minute fish landing violation and give you guys a power stop breakdown. All right, here's the deal, man. It all started, if you remember back, I fished that next isolated tree, and I pitched that pit boss up to the top, and one boiled and missed it, and it's like, man, maybe they're spawning. And then I have that really big one that I missed back in there behind that dock. So it clued me in that they were a lot shallower and up in the water column than I'd been fishing all morning long. So I immediately picked up the old frog, 50-pound braid, 7-foot 3-inch medium heavy carbon light rod, 8-3-to-1 platinum reel. That's my frog setup. So that really found a lot of those fish for me. Now, you know, I got lots of rods out here, but really everything else, I had to have a follow-up bait. Let me get it for you. Hold on a second. And it was just the old Berkley General. Man, we did a really good video on this. I just got a little open 1/0 hook. Actually got 6-pound test on this, and I have not retied it since that great big pike this morning. I know I should have, but I haven't. I've got that on 10-pound braid. I've got it on a 6.9 medium heavy platinum rod, a little 1000 platinum reel. But that's my General setup. You know, that's what happened today. Brand new lake. I've never been to it, didn't know anything about it. We've been here 3.5 hours, and man, I feel good about my day. It started off like I was gonna make excuses, like there's no fish in this lake, that they're small, and ended up catching a few smallmouth, one decent one, lost another decent one all the way back up in that river. And as I was coming out to go to a whole nother section of the lake, it's when the light bulb went off, had that bite up top, and man, just started getting bites, you know, really fairly quick. You know, I've noticed that they're in groups. Like when you get a bite, you're gonna get 2 or 3 more. I don't know if that's the deal to this lake, but it's kind of what I figured out today so far on this lake here. So guys, that's my power stop breakdown. I appreciate you following along. You know, just remember, we got the top 3 baits for each month, where to start for each month. Those come out on Thursdays. We've got some awesome interviews coming out with some other guys. You know, we just did one a while back with Mark Daniels Jr. We did one with Jimmy Houston. We did one with Ott Defoe. You guys got to go check all those out. They're really, really good videos. But then Project E's always on Tuesday. Man, I can't thank you guys for following along, for hitting that subscribe button, and hitting that bell, guys. I appreciate it a bunch, and we will see you next week. Thanks a lot.